Okay, we are starting with the next class, that is xylem and phloem, the complex permanent tissues. Now, permanent tissues, as we know that they have lost the power of division, they do not have any power to divide. The meristematic tissues, once they lost the power of division, they are they retain a certain shape, size, and specific function. All these they have separated out from the meristematic tissues and they do particular function. Now, xylem and phloem, these two are called vascular bundles in plants. You have studied in class 7 that xylem is responsible for uptake of water and mineral salts from the roots to the leaves through stem. Whereas phloem, what does it do? It brings up all the prepared food by photosynthesis, thus by the plant in the leaves, and it is distributed throughout the plant. Now, therefore, xylem is one directional, unidirectional, means it goes in one direction, one way traffic. Whereas phloem is a both way traffic. It's a both way traffic. Now, conducting tissues. Why they are called conducting tissues? Because they conduct water and mineral salts and food. Okay, this the whatever food that is prepared, proteins, carbohydrate, fats, whatever the leaves produces, that those are transported to the plant parts in stem, roots, and leaves for their growth and development. Now that is why they are called the conducting tissues. Okay. Now the conducting tissues helps to them to live in survive in terrestrial region. Terrestrial means living on land. Now the conducting tissues are not so strong. The plants which grow in water or underwater, the plants which grow in water and on water, the conducting tissues are not so strong. But whereas the terrestrial plants have a strong conducting tissues because they need to absorb water and mineral salts from the root by, from the soil by the roots. Okay, they need to absorb, and the water is not plenty everywhere. So the root has to really fetch the water, and then has to be transported to the leaves for photosynthesis. And now, whatever water it takes up from the ground. Now, the soil particles are smaller in size, and a thin film of water that covers up the soil, the thin film of water, and that is called hygroscopic water. These waters are absorbed by the roots and taken up by the roots, and then they supply it to the leaves through the stems. Now, xylem are of four types. If you can see, the xylem tissues are of four types, like this both conducting tissues survive. Xylem are of four types. Number one, xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. Okay, and phloem, phloem, phloem are also four types: phloem sieve tubes, phloem companion cells, phloem fibers, and phloem parenchyma. Got it? Now, let us first study the four types of xylem, and then we will study the four types of phloem. Now, this is the complex tissues of xylem that you see, the different types. Okay. Now the first complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cell. There are four different types of cells: xylem, phloem, vascular tissues, both conducting tissues, and helps to survive in terrestrial region. Xylems are dead cells. Okay, they conduct water and minerals from the roots to the leaves via stem. Xylems are of four types. They are xylem tracheids. They are tubular, tube-like structure that is called tubular. Transport water and minerals vertically. That is from ground to the stem and leaves. Then xylem vessel, the carrier. It carries, okay, vertically. Transport water, same thing. Transport water and minerals from vertically from the roots to the leaves. They are called xylem tubular, tube type. Then comes the xylem parenchyma, stores food and sideway conduction of water. Mainly, they whatever food is brought by the phloem, these are stored there, and little part they conduct water. Little part of them. Now, xylem fiber, again, fiber is a supportive tissue. Again, fiber means what? Is a complex hard tissue which does not get teared up very easily. So they are known as supportive in function. So these are the four diagrams are given. Tracheids, vessels, you see the small stack-like structures. Then parenchyma are cells mainly filled with the this one filled with the food, and then at the side they contact water from the side. Very little water conduction takes place. And xylem fiber, these are the long fiber-like structures, long fiber type. Okay, these are called xylem fibers. Now, xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, then the xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Four different types of xylem we have studied. Any question? Anything to ask from this? Anyone? Any doubt? So, who can someone repeat what are the four types of xylem? Yes, xylem tracheids. Okay. Okay. Xylem parenchyma, just see, tracheids and vessels, they transport water and minerals. Xylem parenchyma stores food and as well as conduct water. Xylem fibers is a supportive in function. And these all cells are dead. These are not alive cells. Understood? Is written on top. You see, their cells are almost dead. These are all dead cells. Clear? They have lost the power of division. They attain the permanent shape and size. Function is specific, and the cells are dead. Then next, let us come to complex tissues, phloem. Yes. In between the xylem, there are xylem fibers. In between the xylem, there are xylem fibers. Okay. In between the cells. Got it? Now, what happens? These are long thread-like structures. Now, what happens when the wind blows? These thread-like structures helps give the support as stencils, means it upholds the plant. Okay, that is why they do not fall down. Got it? Since they are strong in nature. Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay, very good. Xylem fibers are long and hard in structure. Okay, so what happens when the wind blows? These cells does not tear. They act like a wire. Okay, and thereby the plants can withstand the wind blows or the any harsh conditions. Got it? So they act as a supporting cells. Clear? Okay, fine. Can we go to phloem now? Complex, complex tissue phloem. Use a C. Phloems are of conducting tissue. It carries food from the leaf to all parts of the plant. Movement is both directional. Okay, the movement is both directional, means it can go up, it can come down. The direction is all of both direction. But whereas xylem was unidirectional, only in one direction. Phloem are of four types. Yeah, phloem are of four types. Got it? Phloem sieve tubes. These are perforated and conduct food. Perforated. Sieve means hole. Or understood? Sieve means hole. There is a perforation. You can see sieve plates. These are called the plates. Then we have the next is phloem companion cells. These are perforated and conducts food. These are the companion cells in the side. What it? Phloem cells. Then phloem four types. One, two, three, four. No, no, no. It's four types. Which book? Both are same. Almost same. Almost same. These are four types. Sieve tubes and sieve plates. Got it? Sieve elements are both can be said as sieve elements. Clear? Understood? Okay. Then phloem companion cells. These are perforated and conduct food. Phloem fibers provide mechanical support. Again, the fiber word, isn't it? Means it provides a mechanical support to the plant so that it does not break down. Phloem parenchyma again stores food. This is called the phloem parenchyma, whereas they stores food. So we have this structure. You can see is very clearly given. Sieve plates. These all together are called sieve elements, tubes. These are tube type. Then the cytoplasm part of the cell, these are the companion cells on the side. So these phloem are helps in conduction of uh, prepared food from the leaf to all parts of the plant. Clear? Prepared food from the to all parts of the, their main function is to conduction of food to all parts of the plant. So am I clear with xylem and phloem? Yes. Am I clear with complex tissues, xylem and phloem? Because today we are going to wind up with the plant tissues. From next class, I'm going to start with animal tissue. Now, just see the difference between xylem and phloem: transport water and inorganic salts, transport organic solutes only. Then unidirectional, bidirectional conduction conducts through trachea and vessels, conducts through sieve tubes. Tracheids and vessels, parenchyma are main components. Your component cells. Fluent Parenchyma, Fluent Fibers are main components. Only xylem is living. Only Xylem Parenchyma is living. Remember, all others are dead. Only Fluent Fibers are dead cells. Rest all are living. Did you get it? This one? These two difference? Only Xylem Parenchyma is living, whereas Fluent Fibers is dead. Now, it is responsible for mechanical strength. Most of the Xylem Fibers, it is responsible for vascular mechanical strength and conduction, and it is responsible for vascular system. Okay, so you write only four difference in your textbook. Clear? First four difference: one, two, three, four. Clear? Did you get it? Only four difference. Write only four difference from the from this answer. Okay, first four. Clear? Okay. Now the diagrams are clear. Okay. Now, what you need to do, you need to draw the diagrams, whatever there in your textbook. Whatever diagrams are there in the textbook, all the diagrams are important. So, what you need to do, you need to draw the diagrams in your copy, and then with respective answers, you should know what are the diagrams, what are the parts of the vascular tissue, what are the parts of companion cells. Okay. Now, if you see the previous class, what we have seen, there are maximum tissue differentiation were there. Number one, fluent, number one, what was the parenchyma, isn't it? Parenchyma of two types, arenchyma, collenchyma, isn't it? Arenchyma and collenchyma. Do you remember? Yeah, those are very important. Important from examination point of view. Mostly these questions are asked. Why the coconut husk have the fiber-like structures? Okay, what are their functions? How they do conduct? Okay, now these are all the facts that are going to be asked. Now, in complex tissues like xylem and phloem, again, what are their position? Where are they located? Mostly they are located in the center of the part, or in the, which helps in conduction, supported by the peripheral parenchyma tissues. What it, if you see the tendrous section of last class diagram, okay, so they helps in the conduction. So permanent tissues, simple and complex we have discussed. Simple we have discussed, as well as complex we have discussed. So we have discussed meristematic tissues, we have discussed simple permanent tissues, and we have discussed simple complex permanent tissues. Clear? Okay, all these they have a different divisions, so those we have discussed in details. Now, do you have any question to ask me? Then let us discuss the question, how to open up the question. Do you have any idea? So I'll stop the recording now.